actually think the best thing to do is try and solve a problem. Like a lot of folks say, oh, go join an organization or maybe go to City Club or read a book. I say go figure out a problem, try to solve it. When you start hitting the roadblocks in the system, you've found where you need to do your work. You know, I came to Portland 20 years ago because I heard the buses were free, the air was clean, the trees were green, you know, the coffee was strong, and I loved it. It was so phenomenal and accessible. We had time to create things here and create community. I ended up running for mayor because I thought the city was at a turning point. It's growing really quickly. And a lot of folks, I'm hearing them express dissatisfaction, not only with the trajectory of that growth, but who's getting included and benefiting from it and who's being left behind. And so my vision was Portland as a place that's a leader again. You know, where can we get out ahead? And for me, that was like being like the most human rights friendly city we could be. Like, yeah, this was a white supremacist utopian experiment once upon a time. And the utopian part we need to keep and get rid of the white supremacist part. And so what does it mean for us to think outside the box again? I've used the notion of a broken teacup, you know, that time you drop your grandma's cup on the ground and you glue it back together and you try to make it look like you didn't break it, but it's never quite the same. And I think the number one thing that we can do is try not to break communities in the first place. You know, everybody's complaining about protests causing congestion, and I want to be like, y'all sit in traffic on I-5 every day. Think about who's been displaced and who's been suffering because of urban development policy in Portland for 150 years and the indigenous people who were here before colonialism. I mean, we've got a lot of work to do, white Portland, in making right what we've made wrong. So it's that notion of no decisions about us without us. Like, you realize these people work for you. This government is your government, and you need to do it. You can't rely on other people to do it. So I would say go get involved and solve a problem, and don't just work with the people, become the people who solve those problems.
Hi, I'm Sarah Iannarone, and I'm running for Portland mayor. I unequivocally stand against violence, no matter who does it. And I am proudly anti-fascist because I stand with LGBTQ, Jewish, and Black and Indigenous communities against white supremacy. Black lives matter. Mayor Ted Wheeler has gassed our children and families downtown more times than Donald Trump ever did, just because they demand the police department stop killing Black people. I'm a progressive mom with a background in city planning and an expert on how to make cities sustainable. I want to reform the police, build the affordable housing Ted Wheeler has failed to build, and enact a Green New Deal that Ted tried to prevent when he opposed the Portland Clean Energy Fund. I'm a grassroots candidate funded by open and accountable elections. I don't work for the big corporations. I work for the people. Ted Wheeler has been cited 26 times and fined $13,000 for breaking campaign finance laws that 87.4% of voters approved. He calls campaign finance regulations harassment and abuse, and he's suing the city because they keep holding him accountable to the elections laws we overwhelmingly support. This election is a clear choice between progress and decline. I hope you'll vote for me because I am the right woman for the job.
Ooh, we step up to the challenge. Yeah. Is it us? Is it us? Ooh, we'll restore the balance.